50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town.
If that sentence gets you as excited as it gets me, you're in the right place. Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 is an Xbox 360 era modern military first-person shooter, plays like a war action movie. You are an elite sniper in the US Army. Why does every war movie have a betrayal? Kind of clunky, sniping always feels amazing, AI needs some work, silent sniper rifle, there's always someone disobeying a direct order, close combat is brutal, cog-in-the-machine, 6-hour campaign game, and I think if you're like me and you enjoy a quick run through an older military shooter, you'll find some fun to be had in this game. I did. I played through Sniper 2 Ghost Warrior in just over 6 hours on the Xbox 360 and I had a really great time. It was like watching a war movie over the weekend afternoon, but you get to be the one landing the amazing sniper shots and get all the dopamine hits from your perfect kills. Sniper 2 Ghost Warrior was released on March 12, 2013 for the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. It was developed by City Interactive, who later changed their name to CI Games SA and then another change to just CI Games. Located in Warsaw, Poland, at the time of release, they were best known for the first Sniper Ghost Warrior game from 2010. These days, they're known for the Sniper Ghost Warrior series, which at the time of this recording is currently at its third title following Ghost Warrior 2, the one we're reviewing today. I've displayed all currently released games in the Sniper series on the timeline on screen. They're currently at 6 titles. From what I've read, the titles seem to be consistently getting better between releases. CI Games are also known for Lords of the Fallen, a Dark Souls-esque type title that was initially released in 2014 and then a reboot of the same name coming out just under 10 years later in 2023. The first Sniper Ghost Warrior didn't fare too well regarding reviews and general perception, but it did pave the way for the tactical, stealth-based gameplay of the entire franchise. Let me know if you'd like me to give this one a try next. In this game's story, you're US Marine Captain Cole Anderson, and you're partnered with a CIA agent on a mission to destroy an old Russian radar post while hoping to find some truth to the rumors about a biological weapon trade that may or may not be happening nearby. Once you find some enemies, Anderson swears he recognizes one of them, but before he can do anything about it, his entire team dies or gets captured, even though he disobeyed a direct order to ignore his dying teammates and focus on the biological weapon. All the while getting amazing Call of Duty montage level sniper kills throughout the entire mission. Right at the end of the mission, your CIA partner spitefully reminds you it's like Sarajevo all over again.
This is gonna end badly, just like Sarajevo.
Wonderful to learn about that then. So, you get sent to army jail because you broke the rules, and during your time out, you reminisce about Sarajevo, of course. And the game brings you back in time, where you and your spotter, Karl Maddox, have been tasked with a mission to get recon pictures of the genocide taking place under a new evil dictator. As per usual, you and your team deliberately disobey direct orders and instead kill the dictator. Well, Maddox actually loses his marbles when he sees the atrocities the dictator's committing and insists on doing it, but you actually have to be the triggerman because you're the sniper and he's the spotter. Come to find out, Maddox is actually working with the other side. So, your boss is greenlight killing him, and you do so in this beautiful slow-motion sniped while he's moving in a vehicle shot, and everything slows down, and of course, after the kill, you make sure to hold on to the bullet casing as a reminder of the pain you've gone through.
God damn it.
Now back to the present. In Act 3, your old CIA buddy from the start comes to see you in jail and explains that that bad guy you thought you recognized? You guessed it, it's your old friend Karl Maddox, the betrayer. The guy that you thought you shot through the heart with your sniper bullet survived somehow. Guess you're not too much of a good sniper after all. Anyways, now you get pulled out of army jail because you gotta kill Maddox for real this time. It's this whole fun lead up to get to him, but finally you kill him, secure the bioweapon, and the credits roll. You did it, Cole. I just want to take a quick second to ask you to subscribe to my channel if you like this video and you want to see more. I'm always looking for my next game to play, so if you have any suggestions, please comment them down below. All in all, I actually really enjoyed the campaign in Sniper 2 Ghost Warrior. Although it is a bit dated, there's a few different kind of gameplay sections that take place throughout the playthrough that I thought really made this game shine. Number one is making your way through an area. So basically get from point A to point B however you want. There's some cool areas to sit down and snipe, but nothing's really forced on you. You can go stealthily the way I recommend and the way the game kind of assumes you're gonna do it, or guns blazing. And by guns blazing, I mean you and your clunky feeling silenced pistol that isn't very good at aiming, and the enemies will kill you in a matter of seconds. The game really encourages sitting back and gaining the advantage that way. Number two are these sections that you need to have like your spotter with you, or they're usually kind of guided along. The spotter will stop you at certain points and encourage you to pick off enemies in the order he specifically tells you.
Middle tower, second floor, distance 550 meters.
Tango inside, he's crouching.
Sometimes you can break the script without consequence, and sometimes the mission will just fail you if you don't do exactly as he asks. Along with these spotter sections are these forced lie-down sniping sessions, where you stop, pull out a huge 50 cal rifle, and essentially take on a whole base, slowly and silently picking the enemies off one by one. Sometimes there's a spotter guiding you along, and sometimes it's just up to you to figure out the best way to do it. The game often lines up some amazing double or triple kill opportunities during these, and you usually come out of there feeling pretty badass. It's this classic, like, use your binoculars, highlight the enemies, and then go with your sniper and take them out. The first time I do remember this concept was in Far Cry 3 when you're taking on a base. Far Cry 3 came out first, but Ghost Warrior 2 seems to have updated the idea a little bit to add like the partner character spotting enemies and kind of scripting the enemy movements to create these opportunities for the player to lock in some cool kills.
Nice shot.
There are also some cover your team segments during these, which are really cool and felt like an actual military operation at points, or what I imagine an actual military operation would feel like. Number 3 is basically big sniper battles. There's a huge open area and there's one or more snipers you have to find and take out before they do the same to you. These were my favorite. I will say that sometimes the spotter points them out to you a bit early and it feels like he robbed you of like finding the guy, but there are some sniper battles in which you don't have a spotter at all or he just leaves you to it, and these are the most intense encounters. The music builds up when you're about to be shot, and the frantic aiming around looking for your aggressors in between hiding in cover and hoping you don't get shot makes for a very entertaining gameplay section. You can always choose to try and run through or away instead of fighting back, but the game is pretty linear, so they'll have their sights on you pretty quickly and you can't really run backwards through the level. Although it is possible to get through without killing everyone sometime. There are only a few of these throughout the entire game, but if they continue and expand upon these sections in the next titles, I'll be very happy to play them. These absolutely were my favorite sections of the game, as you're given the most choice and opportunity on how to get through the section. At one point in Sarajevo, you're going through a half-destroyed building after you've been captured, and you've got enemy snipers in multiple directions and a whole enemy team patrolling around the next room. Your options are pretty much go full-on sniper battle with the enemy snipers and see if you can get the drop on them that way, or you can try and run and sneak by them, but then you risk that they get a sight on you while you're trying to take out that patrol team in the other room. There's also a great section where you're at this perfect vantage point above a mansion where the enemy's torturing an ally of ours. There's a team on the ground attempting a rescue. You relay information about what's ahead and make some amazing shots with them, resulting in a successful operation. The AI in the game definitely needs a little bit of work, as there were times when I was able to sneak by an enemy in broad daylight, but it's mostly working. The scripted enemy encounters and sniper battles are definitely where the fighting shines. When the AI does take control, enemies react to dead bodies or a missed sniper shot quite quickly. They'll often bring in other enemies to defend or patrol the area. But the snipers seem to have even more work done on them, as stepping out into an area they're looking over is quite likely to end badly for you. As for changing guns or inventory, there's not really much in this game. The only time actually I was offered a rifle change was from an enemy sniper I'd taken out, and when I stepped over the gun I was actually given the option to pick it up. When I did, the new gun kind of looked like an older rifle, the zoom was way worse than the gun I'd started with, so I just kind of decided to leave it there. It's worth noting that you can't pick up any of the machine guns or other guns the enemies drop after killing them, and you're stuck with your son's pistol as your secondary weapon for the entire campaign. And like I mentioned earlier, it's not very good. All in all, there are some good moments and some nice set pieces in this short military shooter, and I enjoyed my time with it so much that I will most likely be trying out either the first one or a future installment on this channel. I don't usually rate games more than just a play or don't play, and if you couldn't tell yet, honestly, this one is a play. I think if you enjoy most Call of Duty campaigns and stealthier gameplay, Sniper Ghost Warrior 2 will be right up your alley. Thanks for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next one.